Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for eclipse season. Now, it's really important for you to really acknowledge eclipse season, you and Leos, because eclipse season has to do with the sun and the moon and the phases of the moon and the divine guidance that happens from those phases. And so for you to really understand what a solar eclipse is, I'm going to give you kind of a little bit of a basic rundown on that. Now, a solar eclipse is when the new moon passes between the sun and the Earth's energy, which prevents the sun from shining. So when the sun is in the new moon shadow, the new moon's energetic power overrides your ability to shine in the house that this event is highlighting for you. So when the solar event happened, your sun goes under a massive reboot. And since the solar eclipse represents new beginnings, it is time for your soul's deepest desires to transform and elevate you to the next level. What's significant about this is, first of all, a new moon for you, for everybody signifies a new beginning, but this is a new beginning times 10 for you. And also the fact that this is in Pisces means that there is some sort of cumulative effect. There's some sort of karmic guided message or some sort of deep healing that's associated with this moon that has never been there before. Because here's the thing, during the solar eclipse, you know, Neptune and Chiron and the sun are all going to be working harmoniously together to flush out something that is preventing progression and enter healing thoughts and healing in some emotional limitations. So I just want to start out for you by saying, oh, wow. So this new moon, the sun and Neptune and Chiron will all be conjunct during this very, very expansive event for you. You seem to have a clear understanding of your emotional commitment to your deepest desires, your hopes, dreams for the future, and your faith is filling you with peace and clarity. You haven't experienced, I think, a cycle like this before. I think the cycles that were before this were very difficult. Endings were very dramatic. Cardinal energy was under fire, and there just seemed to be so much pain associated that there could have been a fear associated with this event. But I'm just happy to say that there's a lovely conversation for you, and there's a sense of divine intervention that fills this beautiful event. So for you, at this point, these changes that you need to make do not fill you with fear, because you Cancers often live in the past, and in the past it used to mean endings. And like I said, this is one that stands out very different from the past. The routines that you have been in have caused you a great deal of emotional suppression, and I think you're willing to make the changes. You don't want to be suppressed anymore. You want to feel again. You've been hiding from your feelings. You've been resisting, allowing feeling to have the significant role that it should have in your life. For many of you, you see this as being I see you as being a badass crab. You're walking around, you're out of your shell, and your claws are armed with elevated wisdom and adaptability. You are not about controlling your environment. So Saturn will be squaring all this Pisces energy. So be mindful that you are in for some turbulent waters. Because this is a fellow water sign for you, it is significant. So what I want you to envision in this energy is like you're a piece of clay, you poured a bunch of water on it, and now you are shape-shifting in this particular event. And that whatever shape you come into is definitely going to intensify your life for the better. And by the time the clay has fully shifted into its beautiful form. Health issues could be quite challenging during this new beginning. Remember that you need to flush out a weakness in your body or in your mind. And then you need to allow the universe to pour in healing energy, healing solutions, clarity. It needs to stop you from the areas that you suffer painful outcomes in. So Saturn may challenge you to get control of an issue that you try to ignore and instead of concentrating on expanding your potential, your son's potential, Saturn may throw up an obstacle that will shut you down and have you face this health issue. It's strange but true. When I do these readings, they rarely ever speak. I don't let them speak to me. This one is significant for me because I deeply was impacted by a health issue that is requiring surgery. And so for many of you, you know that I have something coming up that's kind of limiting my ability to be here for you guys as much as I want. But Saturn really honestly keeps just slapping me upside the head and really challenging me to face this issue if I'm getting distracted. So for some of you, this could be regarding work. You may feel that you are getting caught up in getting the approval of others. You may be dedicating too much time to your work-based venture and not enough time to life, relationship, and work balance. Be mindful of setting intention to enjoy your time as much as you selflessly allocate it to others. I feel this energy deeply is about balance. It's about feeding you as much as you're feeding others. So because you're so stable, because you're filled with this compassionate energy and you're intuitively guided, especially highly intuitively guided during all of this energy, you're going to want to selflessly heal. But this is about paying attention to you. You got your own stuff going on. You may have some sort of healing issue that you need to deal with mentally and or physically. For some of you, this could be about, are you balancing your work? Are you taking care of your health? Are you working out? Are you eating right? If you're not, is it because you're working too hard and you're going to something to eat something convenient that may not be what your body needs to heal? Remember that Jupiter is expanding duty and responsibility and accountability and routine and health issues. So be mindful of really focusing on balance in this energy. So what kind of special message are you getting from the universe during the solar event? Well, for you, expansion is something that you are embracing during the solar event, and it is welcoming. You want the change. You want the new beginning, and you're done with suffering. So this to you, and because this event is speaking harmoniously and you're highly intuitive, I think that for many of you, you guys know that this is going to be a significant time of potential and not so much the associated with endings that are painful. You have developed a clear understanding that no matter what comes your way, expansion improves the quality of your life. You went through the Pluto-Uranus squares, and we were having eclipses, and we had some of the most monumental eclipses in our lives a year ago. And so now I think that you feel deeply that there's just nothing you can't handle. And so I think you're just at peace with being that piece of clay and not trying so much to control an outcome. Your heart will open up the walls of protection, and you may start to come down. What's going to happen is you're going to need to rely on people. As much healing as you have done, as much as you have devoted yourself to other people, there may be an expansive event that makes you understand that it's time to let people in. Stop shutting them out. It's time for love. It's time for compassion. It's time to feel like you need somebody, and the reliability is that you can actually get that for yourself. Your heart will open up your walls of protection, and when this happens, what is going to happen is the water energy is going to flood this solar eclipse, and it's going to provide tremendous healing. That's if you're embracing every positive aspect in this. And of course, we have a Saturn dynamic here that is, if you're resisting, if you're in fear, if you feel like Jupiter is expanding negative things in your life, then you're going to go into this really karmic lesson from the universe that it is your time and stop worrying. the new beginning for you is that many of you will feel a release in energy. This is a new beginning that fills you with peace. No matter what mutable energy tries to mold you into, you seem to be aligned with it and are going to enjoy being molded into a new shape, a new you, a new self. You are not normally like this. You usually try to control everything to avoid pain. In fact, you usually become so controlling that you block progression completely. In this energy, you are in a lovely piece of clay without a shape and enjoying being shaped. You enjoy the shaping process. You enjoy being bathed in water. You enjoy having curves and aspects to your piece of clay. You enjoy all of the process. There's a sense of heightened belief. There's a sense of vision in this. There's a sense of submission and the fact that the universe has always had your best interest. It protects you, and whatever you expand into, no matter how it comes, whatever form it comes in, somehow you've always made it through into a better shape. So let's talk about the lunar ending, the cumulative energy that's associated with a lunar ending. And for you, this is going to be in Libra. This is going to significantly impact cardinal signs from between about 0 to 8 degrees. So a lunar eclipse is when the earth blocks the sun from casting a shadow over the moon. This astrological event is significant because the sun's desire to shine will override your emotional vulnerabilities. This is why we often see endings, because we're not making emotion-based decisions, because the emotions are shadowed. And for you, this is a time, I feel like a lunar eclipse is more your solar eclipse than a solar eclipse is. Even though the solar eclipse is associated with a new beginning, for you, the ending always makes you manifest a new beginning just out of the sheer need to avoid pain, a painful source. And so eclipse season is all about, are you moving away from pain? Or are you moving toward pleasure? And for you, you do not like pain. You avoid it like the plague. So it's always about going to that next pleasure-seeking level in your life. So the lunar eclipse is in Libra. It will be combined with a powerful alignment, making the changes that you need divinely guided to do, divinely guided. So the sun in Aries will align with Mercury in Aries, merging the way you think with what your heart desires on a very simplistic level. So this is about the needs, the immediate needs. This isn't about the psychological needs. This isn't about the karmic lessons. This isn't about that anymore. You had that little lesson at the beginning of the month. Now it's about, okay, I've had this karmic clarity. What do I need to do with it? So you are driven by accomplishing a goal that will lead to immense satisfaction. For you, there have been some home-based business that this eclipse season, so for you, if you are involved in a home-based business, this eclipse season, this cumulative ending is going to be, it's not profitable. So for you, it's time to stop allowing excuses and distractions regarding a home and family-based environment to interfere with ambitious goals. This is about, what do you need? What do you want? This isn't about what everybody wants in your family and you making a nurturing environment for them. This is about, what do you want? And for you, ambition, career, recognition for the hard work that you do. That's what you're really focusing on. If your partnerships and unions are going to be the ones that you maintain in the future, there needs to be support for your hopes and dreams. You are no nonsense about that. You will deliver these stark realities to the members of your family in a very diplomatic tone, but there will be a sense that they need to, that they will respect and understand that there is a change that is coming. You are so aligned with forward energy that will be impossible for you to waver your focus. This may cause endings in your relationships for those that are aligned with the wrong partners. If you're aligned in codependent relationships, this energy will end it. Because what you need is the freedom to create the new beginning, create and manifest your potential. It's the need to be what you were always meant to be karmically, fated to be. And if you are in relationships with the wrong partners, they're going to codependence. They're going to you're not going to feed them enough and they're going to leave, or you're going to leave. So for those that are aligned with the right partners, you may provide inspiration and motivate some of your closest family members to have the same dedication and focus on their goals. You are cardinal energy. That is very motivating. Aries is the ultimate motivator. So for you, this is about, what goals do you have? If you want to be goal-oriented right along with me, you're setting the standard. You've got some Aryan energy in you. What do you want to do? Let's do it together. You're very, very motivating in this energy. It really will elevate and pull people out of mutable energies as well. So this energy is no nonsense. You're about initiating action. And for some of you, a health issue that can come up around the solar eclipse will end as you take action to restore your health and make an action plan. You are all about taking care of it. You do not like to be limited. You do not like to submit. And this energy it's just no exception. So the energy will fill your mind and ignite your desire to overcome physical or mental health limitations. You are badass in this energy. It's a glorious event. Whatever ending comes up, I think, honestly, it's an ending to suffering of some sort of external suffering. And this is about creating the environment that you want moving forward, that honestly, on a superficial level, creates stability, because you were all about regaining stability after the Pluto-Uranus squares, after that very, very last significant monumental eclipse season. You're ready to stabilize your outcomes. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again